Okay, y'all, it's too cold to go out to walk. So I am on the exercise bike at the house. So I miss doing my walks because being able to do them more often, like I said, it's cold out, but I miss walking and seeing the airplanes fly over and things like that. But I'm still going to do some walking videos. It's just, however, when it's cold out, you got to be careful because sometimes it's black ice. I don't want to be out with the device and fall or anything like that. However, this video is going to be about the examples and ways that narcissists cheat so you can be aware. I learned a lot of this from being around and just observing a older narcissist do this type of behavior, and it actually took me a while to kind of pick up on the strategy behind it. However, I've observed some female narcissists throughout my life also that do things like this. So again, like I've told you in other videos, I like to do real live examples because to me, cheating is broad and it's on a spectrum. However, examples really help so you can understand and see certain things. However, these cheating styles have probably went on a very long time. However, in a world where people rotate, men and women in their lives, it can be very strategic. So, okay, example number one, when I'm going to start with a male narcissist, okay, because like I said, I saw this example, sort of was involved with it in some sense. However, it just took a while to figure it out, but it happens more than you think, right? So, example number one would be a male narcissist, or he could be narcissistic. You got to remember, if someone's just narcissistic, they are not high enough on the spectrum to be a narcissist. They do have some empathy. However, they can still fall into these patterns. So, okay, he's a male narcissist. This is example number one. And he hangs out with some guy friends. Okay, he has a regular group of guy friends that he hangs out with. Guy friends, couple of guy friends, he goes to their home on a regular basis. They may drink together and things like that. This may be a guy that's been divorced two, three, four times, somewhere around there. Married young, married quite a while, didn't work out, stuff like that. So, what happens is this particular type of narcissist is a male narcissist. So, he may do some love bombing and take the women out that he meets, take them out a few times when he first meets them over a period of time. Within 3 to 6 months, he stops doing that and he returns to his real routine, which is just hanging out with guy friends. So, in this instance, what this particular male narcissist will do is he prefers not to take the women that he deal with out very often, right? Or at all. And that's because he's juggling several women and he doesn't want the other women out seeing him with the other woman. So, say for example, he has all of these women in the same city. The city is about 50,000 to 100,000 people. They're not exactly on the same street, but they're in the same city, right? So he can have five of these women, but what he does, he either goes to their home, he prefers to go into their home. That's his preference. He actually would really prefer that they're not in his home, and if they are, not very often. Okay, so the way he would do this is this particular narcissist, say one of his so-called women that he's dealing with. He may go to her home a couple of times a week, and she may go to his home twice a month, right? But the key to this type of player is he keeps these women from being seen with him outdoors. So what happens is he normally is seen, if he's out, he's always seen with his male friends. And so what happens is if one of the females that he's dealing with sees him out, she thinks that this is a pretty good guy, or she may even think she's his only girlfriend because he's only with his guy friends. And this is not a man that's always on the down low. Sometimes this is a down low man where he's actually bisexual and hiding it, but sometimes he's not. He's actually strictly dealing with women, but he's a player. So this is strategically how he does things. And he can do this for years and years. So the way to combat this, do not deal with men, ladies, and take them very serious. Do not take this type of man serious. If you see a man and you're a woman and he's always out with his friends and never taking you out, keep him out of your home and you stay out of his home so you won't be one of the victims of this. This might be the type of guy that may be good for just casual conversation. If he needs some advice, you need some advice. You may give each other some good advice because he may have some good sense in certain areas. He may be a good advisor, but just keep him on the phone. And then with this particular type of guy, if he's just narcissistic and you're single and there's a connection, he might be like a friend where you guys go out to eat or y'all go out to eat once every 6 months. But see, the thing is, you got to have boundaries. Now, what will happen with this gentleman, as he grows older, these women will get tired of this and they will drop him. He will end up alone. That will be his outcome. It will happen. I don't care if it took 10, 20, 30 years. It's going to happen. So that's example number one. So strategically, again, as a reminder of how he does this, he keeps the women from being outdoors with him. He's not in restaurants with them. He's not at the movies. He's not at charity events. He also will not be going to places with the woman. So these particular women that are with this particular narcissistic man, or he could be a full-blown narcissist, these women will also all be doing things by themselves or just with their family and friends. So these particular women that's involved with this particular narcissistic man, nobody will really know that they have a boyfriend or dealing with a man, because when they go around their family and friends and go out, this man will never be with the women either. Okay, so that's the way that one will work. Okay, so example number two would be the female narcissist, right? And what she will do, this particular female narcissist, she will not have any men come to her house. Okay, she will keep them all away from her home. But what she will do, she will have anywhere from 2 to 5 guys. She may or may not be sleeping with all of them. And she will visit their homes, right? So she will go visit their homes, keep them out of her home. None of the men will come to her home. And she would only go out, or will only go out, with 1 or 2 of these. And normally those 2 that she goes out with, they won't live in the same city. They will live in the same state, but not the same city. So one may live in the big part of the city, the biggest city in that state, and another man may live in a smaller city in that same state, if that makes sense. So she does it this way so these men know nothing about each other. Okay. And so those are the main two examples. And I'm still on this bike, y'all. So those are the main two examples for this video of how narcissists and people that are narcissistic strategically cheat. Okay. So for the example number two, for men, this is the advice I'm going to give you for the men that are dealing with these female narcissists. Don't deal with women. If you really are offering something to a woman and are willing to offer something like marriage, providing for the woman, building a healthy relationship, getting involved with spiritual activities, respecting the Lord in heaven or God Almighty, if you're that type of man and you're an empathetic man, don't deal with a woman that will not allow you to come to her home. Okay, unless you're interacting with the woman and y'all broke up. Okay, I don't mean to say you guys because you're not two men. I try to avoid that you guys thing. I do more y'all because I'm talking about a man and a woman, not two guys. So be careful with language, y'all, because a lot of language, you got to really listen to what you're saying, right? So, again, for the men, for this narcissistic female or this narcissist female, most women that can pull this off and do this to men, they are full blown narcissists. They're beyond just narcissistic. Okay. So, in this case, if this is a woman and you consider this to be a serious girlfriend, you got to remember this. If she has her own place and you are actually her boyfriend and that's your girlfriend and you're interested in marrying this woman and doing it the righteous way, no woman that really loves you and wants to build something with you would not let you come to her home. Okay. A regular woman may do it for a while, but at some point, you are going to be invited to her home because you're serious. You told this woman you're interested in marrying her. So if you're telling her that and you mean it from your heart and you're an empathetic man, and she just coming over to your house once a week, you never coming to hers. And also be careful because sometimes these narcissist females actually have a man living with them. So you thinking this your girlfriend and this woman got a man at the house. Okay, so watch that also. But these are the main two examples, and I also threw in a third, giving you an example of a narcissist female that actually has a man at the house. And also for a fourth example, a man can do that too. He can come to the woman's house that he's dating or that he fakes like that's his girlfriend or is his girlfriend. He can be going to her house, but he actually got a whole girlfriend or a whole wife at home. So these are the ways that they strategically cheat. And the best way to avoid this and being in these situations, I don't care if you're young, middle-aged, a senior citizen, I don't care what your age is. Even if you are a teenager and this is your first relationship, the way to avoid this, but this video is mainly for adults, but I'm just saying, teenagers, they can get off on a bad road at an early age too, dating narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths. But the way to combat this is don't deal with nobody that's always going out with you or going out with other people and they're going out socializing with other people and they never take you. That's the way to combat that. You can't get deep in these type of situations. Don't deal with people, men and women, that don't want to be seen in public with you. Because this is the way they strategically rotate their supplies. I'm telling you, it happens more and more and more often than you ever would think. So that's just how I do things. So, what I do with people in general, I watch their moves. Don't be substandard to anybody else. So, if you see this man or woman, this man is always out with his guy friends, this woman is always out with her female friends and co-workers and all this stuff, and y'all ain't going nowhere, don't bring them to your house and don't go to their house. Keep them out of your home environment. And the reason you want to do that is these are relationships that will not go nowhere. You're dealing with a narcissist and they have bad intentions towards you, and you just don't need that spirit in your house because it's a form of imprisonating you. You're being somewhat boxed in a box. And everybody they really dealing with is in some kind of box because they're limited. All you can do is visit them when they come to your house, or you can only go to their house. They don't prefer that you go out. You're looking for somebody that is empathetic, that is willing to have a full-blown relationship and marriage, if possible, with you, where you can do all of the above. Okay? Where you hang out in public, because that's healthy. You hang out at the house. You cook, you go out. And then y'all eventually, hopefully, it can turn into a marriage at some point. That's what you should be looking for. Not for situations. You shouldn't be looking for situations with narcissists where you're boxed in a box. And it works for me. I don't deal with people that don't like to go places. And just having that boundary keeps a lot of narcissists away from me. Because for one, I don't care if they're just business prospects, associates, longtime friends, whatever they are. If you have that boundary and that respect for yourself, you will repel a lot of narcissists. And they'll be cool with talking to you on the phone. Sometimes that's the appropriate place that those type of relationships should stand. It should just be standing on a phone conversation. That's it, nothing more. So this is the way that narcissists strategically cheat. Okay? So hopefully this helps. I will continue to, as I think of examples, help you because we know what narcissists are. We know they have bad intentions. We know that they're angry. We know that they're people that don't have any remorse or very little remorse. We know all this stuff. We know that some of them are psychopaths. We know that some of them are sociopaths. We know that they overall, in the real sense of the word, don't mean what they say for real, especially when they're love bombing and telling you all this fake stuff. But you need to know and understand the strategic way that they cheat. And don't be hanging around waiting to go out. Don't be begging them to go out with you. Just notice what they do and keep them out of your house, and you stay out of their house. And going forward, you're going to make sure that when you are interacting with people, when you see them socializing with other people outside the house, and they're not doing that with you, you're going to leave those people alone. Phone conversation here and there may be appropriate. You may connect there, but that's it. don't be too chummy chum with these people, okay? So anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Tune in for more. I got many, many more video ideas coming up. I got too many video ideas, and they just can't be uploaded all in one day. So I will continue to do videos to help you. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. And leave a comment if you like. I don't get too many comments, but when I do get them, I really enjoy the comments that I get and the positive, healthy people that I interact with on this channel. And thank you for tuning in to Advanced Insight. I'm still on this bike, y'all. You get on yours too, okay? Or if you can't get on a bike due to disabilities that you have, figure out healthy ways that you can exercise with your physical therapist. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. Thank you.